Mark Burnett, who's a great guy, and the producer and all of the people from NBC, everybody came up to see me to talk me out of running.
It's models and a lot of these girls who work in the, anyone who works in the entertainment industry, really, I've only seen 6s and 7s.
They said it's not possible to win. Nobody's ever done that. I mean, and nobody ever gives up primetime show. It was a big hit.
Like that. I'd say, Mr. Trump, tell me, who are the great beauties?
I don't know if that's true because they chose me because of the success.
Remember when you thought your embarrassing high school moments would haunt you forever? Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because Trump's got some skeletons in his closet that make your awkward prom photos look like child's play. Howard Stern just opened Pandora's box of Trump's radio appearances, and let me tell you, it's a doozy. From rating women to making creepy comments about his own daughter, it's a cringe fest that'll have you feeling better about your own life choices in no time. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Ever wonder what happens when you give a microphone to a guy with no filter and a weird obsession with his daughter? Well, buckle up, folks, because we're about to take a trip down memory lane with our favorite orange turd, Donald Trump.
And he would get on, and no matter what I asked him, he would answer.
Yes.
In a very sincere and thought-out way. I'd say, Donald, and I'd always call him Mr. Trump. He loved it.
And they wanted to do a 5-year extension. I said, no, that's actually when I knew I was going to do it. And I love doing The Apprentice, but I was on his show a lot.
Yeah.
In fact, he has a best of. Did you ever see the best of Howard Stern? I don't want to promote it necessarily, but like Howard, I was on Howard Stern show as much as anybody, and he was great at that time. And
back in the day, Trump was a regular on Howard Stern's radio show. And let me tell you, it was like watching a train wreck in slow motion. You knew it was going to be bad, but you just couldn't look away. Stern, being the shock jock he is, managed to get Trump to spill some seriously creepy beans about his daughter Ivanka. Now, we all know Trump's not exactly known for his tact, but even Stern was surprised by some of the stuff that came out of Donnie Diaper's mouth. It's like Trump thought he was at a county fair, rating women like they were prize pigs. Classy, right? But wait, there's more. Our boy Trumpy couldn't resist bragging about his privileges as a beauty pageant owner. Apparently, he thought owning a pageant gave him the right to barge into dressing rooms like some creepy peeping Tom. Because nothing says future president like violating young women's privacy, am I right? But hold on to your hats, folks, because the creep factor is about to go through the roof. Trump, in all his infinite wisdom, decided to share his thoughts on his own daughter, and boy, oh boy, did he deliver a doozy. He actually said, and I quote, "I've said if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her." Let that sink in for a moment. The man who would become president of the United States basically admitted he'd date his own daughter if she wasn't, his daughter. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure most dads don't think about their daughters that way. It's like Trump missed the memo on appropriate father-daughter relationships. Maybe he was too busy combing over that hair of his to attend the How to Be a Normal Human Being class. But here's the kicker. Even Howard Stern, the guy who made a career out of shocking people, was taken aback by Trump's comments. When you're too outrageous for Howard Stern, you know you've really crossed a line. It's like being too orange for a carrot or too whiny for a toddler.
then he went woke.
Yeah.
And since he's gone woke, his ratings have gone down the tubes, and he sort of went anti-Trump for a couple of reasons. Had The Apprentice for 12 years.
Oh, I know.
14 seasons, but 12 years, a lot of time.
If I ask you some names, can you tell me who the great beauties are? He goes, first of all, straight face. The great beauties, Howard, are not actresses.
They wanted to renew me for 5 years. They were all set to do it, and I didn't want to do it. I said I wanted to run for president.
And let's not forget the public reaction to all this. People were, unsurprisingly, pretty grossed out. Psychologists were having a field day analyzing the family dynamics at play here. It's like Trump was auditioning for a reality show called How to Mess Up Your Kids in One Easy Step. Just when you thought Trump couldn't get any more pathetic, he decides to audition for the role of Desperate Donald. Picture this, a grown man with a bad comb-over, calling Howard Stern multiple times begging for an endorsement. What kind of circus was Trump running in 2016? Turns out, our orange friend's neediness reached new heights during his presidential campaign. Howard Stern, the shock jock extraordinaire, spilled the beans on Trump's desperate quest for celebrity approval. It's like watching a reality show contestant trying to win over the judges, but instead of singing or dancing, Trump was just whining.
So, I'd say, well, Donald, I think Angelina Jolie is a great beauty. 7.
It was so successful. The big question is, did it make a difference? Would I have been president? A lot of people say they created this guy from The Apprentice.
To me, a guest who comes on and says anything that is in his mind is a great guest.
I was there for just about all of them, the best of. We had good shows, it was good, but he's changed and, he doesn't do the ratings anymore.
Stern revealed that Trump was practically on his knees, pleading for an endorsement. Can you imagine the self-proclaimed, very stable genius acting like a puppy begging for table scraps? It's enough to make you cringe and laugh at the same time. Trump was reaching out for advice, too, as if Stern was some kind of political guru. Maybe he thought Stern's expertise in fart jokes would translate to running a country. But here's the kicker. Stern had to break the news to Trump that he was Team Hillary. "Sorry, Donnie, I'm with her," Stern told him. Ouch. That's gotta hurt worse than a bad spray tan. You can almost hear Trump's ego deflating faster than his hair in the rain. Now you'd think that would be enough to make Trump back off, right? Wrong. Our desperate Donald decided to up the ante. In a move that can only be described as bonkers, Trump offered Stern a speaking slot at the Republican National Convention. Because nothing says family values like a shock jock known for asking celebrities about their lives, right? It's like asking Gordon Ramsay to cater a vegan wedding. It just doesn't make sense. Stern, being the straight shooter he is, found the whole thing absurd. He probably thought, yeah, that's exactly what the GOP needs. A guy who made his career talking about and farts. It's like Trump was trying to turn the RNC into a Vegas variety show. But wait, there's more. Stern, who's known Trump for years, had some interesting insights into the whole campaign circus. He thought Trump's run for president was more about publicity than politics. According to Stern, Trump was using the campaign as a way to boost his TV ratings and negotiate better deals for The Apprentice. It's like he was treating the presidency as just another reality show gig. Folks, it turns out that Trump's radio shenanigans were more than just locker room talk. They were a sneak peek into the mind of a guy who thought he could run a country like it was The Apprentice. Howard Stern, the king of shock jocks, spilled the beans on how Trump's media behavior was a mirror image of his presidency. Stern pointed out that our orange friend was always chasing approval and attention, like a reality star desperately trying to stay relevant. It's like he confused the Oval Office with a TV studio. And here's the kicker. Stern says Trump's candidness on his show revealed a troubling mindset that could affect his leadership. So next time you hear Grumpy Trumpy on air, remember, this isn't just harmless banter, it's a glimpse into the brain of a man who thought he could tweet his way through a presidency. And folks, that's scarier than a marathon of The Apprentice bloopers.